evening, we bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Diego Dario. And in tonight's game plan. As our hopes run high for the resumption of the 2021 PBA Philippine Cup, let's break down the dark horse teams to watch out for in the conference.
It's all gonna be good vibes as we go inside the game of Pinay hoop star Jack Animam, who joins the first women's basketball league in Serbia. And we talk to the one and only Wonder Boy, Mckinley Kyle Paz, as he reps the country and Yamaha Motor Philippines as the first Filipino rider in the FIM CEV Moto 2 European Championship. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Basketball season is just around the corner once again as the PBA sets its sights on its resumption for the Philippine Cup this September. Taking a look at the team standings, only two teams in Magnolia and TNT remain undefeated. But surely, a lot of things can happen as the elimination round progresses. Now that being said, let's talk about some of the dark horse teams to watch out for as the PBA Philippine Cup resumes. My partner, Diego Dario, will go back to his role as a PBA Rush analyst. And so wag ka na mag-host muna, Jegs.
Okay.
And we will also be joined by 2009 UAAP MVP and former PBA player, PBA All-Star rather. Anong player lang? All-Star to. Dylan Ababo. Dylan, musta?
Hi, Kuya Dylan.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for having me again.
No worries. We enjoyed you so much kasi ang bait mo, but at the same time, we know you have that mean streak. You have that mean streak and I like that. All right, so we're going to talk about the dark horse teams and we asked you to pick 4 dark horses. We're going to go with the similar ones first kasi, we'll go through that and I think we can all agree on the strengths of these teams. So Rain or Shine and Meralco are both of your picks that are similar. Jegs, I'll go to you first. Rain or Shine, always a team that always seems to be on the bubble of making something happen in the playoffs. What will change this time around?
Yep, they've always, had strong starts in the Philippine Cup, this Rain or Shine team, and they're not number one in points allowed. So their defense is always going to be there. It's always a low-scoring game when Rain or Shine plays. They have a new culture. They try to be tough with Coach Chris Cavina being their new head coach. I think it's going to be exciting what Rain or Shine can do this conference.
Dylan, Rain or Shine naman, na-mention nga ni Diego that new culture with Coach Chris Gavina. Do you think that change of culture will change yung fortunes ng Rain or Shine team na to?
Well, yeah, definitely. And I like kasi sa Rain or Shine, focus talaga nila defense. Before, I was under Coach Chris Gavina, yung attention niya sa details, very strong. Talagang he really puts premium to everything, especially defense. Talagang hindi niya palalagpasin na may mga mali. So excited ako sa Rain or Shine. At syempre, veteranong team na to with some mix of very young and very good talents. And tama yung sinabi ni Diego. High hopes ito.
And syempre si Coach Chris Cavina, napaka-intense yun on the court. Grabe, you can hear him screaming from one end of the court to the other. Yung Meralco Bolts naman, Dylan, this team, sabi ni Coach Norman Black, he feels is the most talented Meralco team that he's ever assembled or handled. But obviously, a lot of mountains to climb to go to a championship. Pero grabe yung pinakita nila for the first part of the Philippine Cup.
Yeah, Meralco, I think they're ready na. Ang daming all-Filipino conferences na hindi ganun kaganda yung pinakita nila. Pero ngayon, kompleto na sila. They have their big men, they have Almasan, syempre si Kuya Ray, Hugnatan. Kompleto sila. They have one of the best shooters in Alain Maliksi and one of the best rookies in Alvin Pasaol na parang hindi naman rookie maglaro. So napaka-promising at excited din ako dito sa Meralco Bulls. Syempre, nandyan din si Aaron Black, di ba? Most outstanding rookie. And tingin ko time na ng Meralco na to do good in maybe the semifinals and hopefully championship.
And you know what? They have one of the best nutrition plans in the bubble. Naka-buffet na sila.
Yun.
Which, Raymond Almazan says that, you know what? Even if a guy like Alvin Pasaol would eat a lot in the buffet, grabe yung pag-workout niya sa gym afterwards. Jegs, what will be different this time around from Meralco?
Well, sinabi nga ni Kuya Dylan, they have a lot of weapons for this conference, and they're third in assists. So it just goes to show that even if they move the ball around, a lot of people can make buckets. Coach Norman is always going to be a defensive-minded coach. They're one of the best defensive teams also, and when you mix that both, great ball movement and great defense, that's going to be a tough team to beat.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to the teams that are different. So we'll go first to the first pick of si Dylan. Dylan, pinili mo NLEX, and a lot of people would be questioning whether or not they can make it far without the services of Kiefer Ravenna for at least the first part of the resumption of the Philippine Cup. So palagay mo ba NLEX does have the depth to be able to at least weather the absence of a Kiefer Ravenna up until he returns?
Yeah, I think, kumbaga, may bulag ang NLEX kasi iba yung system ni Coach Yeng eh. Ang system kasi ni Coach Yeng, kung sino buo ang loob, itira niyo yung bola, ayaw niya ng mga takot tumira. And ang NLEX kasi, syempre, sila puro tapang, pero controlled naman. So, may mga times na sobrang ganda ng game nila na unstoppable sila eh. Saka syempre, yung defense, syempre. Si Coach Yeng, pag hindi ka dumipensa, alam mo na kung ano maririnig mo. And then, syempre, pagdating ni Kiefer, I believe so much sa relationship ni Kiefer saka ni Coach Yeng. At nakita ko sila nung semifinal, I think 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Talo lang sa Magnolia, pero sobrang ganda ng pinakita nila nun.
So we're running out of time in just a bit, but then we have 3 more teams to go through. 2 from Jego, 1 more for Dylan. Jeg, just go through yours a bit quickly here. Alaska and Northport are your 2 picks here that hindi pinili ni Dylan. So yung mga fans ng Alaska and Northport, hanapin nyo si Dylan Nababo, go attack him. But then yung Alaska is an interesting choice because this is always a team that always felt they had the talent, but then couldn't really go past the finish line. And Northport naman are a team that are still adjusting, changing one of the key pieces from Stan Hardinger to Greg Slaughter. What do you see from both these teams going forward?
Well, they're in the middle of the pack. Alaska, number 2 in 3-point field goals and number 3 in rebounds, surprisingly. And that's because probably of these 2 players, Yusef Taha averaging 11 and almost 10 rebounds per game. So, that's the reason why I think they can be a dark horse. He's been having a great conference for them. And Mike DiGregorio, a sniper. He can shoot from the outside. And interesting stat here, plus 12.4 when he's inside that game.
Ooh.
So he's second in the league for that. So he really has that positive impact inside the court. And for Northport, what can I say? Robert Bolick and Greg Slaughter, one of the most exciting duos in the league. Robert Bolick doing everything for Northport. And Greg Slaughter, you're always grateful for a 7-footer inside the paint.
One of the best field goal percentages in the entire league, si Greg Slaughter, and is averaging a double-double.
Yes,
and of course, we go to Dylan's last pick, yung Phoenix. And actually, I would have picked Phoenix also, so I'm with you here. I don't know what he's talking about, talking about yung mga pick ni Jego. Pero Dylan, can you defend yung pick mo? Why Phoenix?
Well, Phoenix is a veteran team na rin.
Yes.
Kung dati parang medyo bago sila sa PBA, ngayon veteran team na sila. And then I like their coach, Coach Topix Robinson. Sobrang okay siya. Okay siya, fit siya sa team na ito. At marami ring weapons, maraming stars tong Phoenix na ito. Matthew Wright, yan, sila Banchero, Vic Manuel. And if I'm not mistaken, nasa Final Four sila nung Philippine Cup last time. So, veterano na tong team na to. At sa end game, for sure, they will make a very good decision.
They were 1 game away from the finals of the Philippine Cup last time around. Let's see whether or not they can make it all the way to the finals and maybe, just maybe, lift that championship. Dylan, salamat ulit. It's been a lot of fun having you over. Jegs, I wanted to fight a bit more, pero wala. Ang bait talaga ni Dylan eh. Hindi mo pwedeng awayin eh.
On and off the court, di pwede awayin.
Oo, tama yan. Salamat, Dylan. We hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you. God bless.
After the break, it's good vibes all the way. We'll go inside the game of Pinay hoop star Jack Animam as she joins the first women's basketball league in Serbia. Stay tuned. You're watching the game.
Welcome back to the game. Pinay hoop star Jack Animam is bound for Serbia as she joins ZKK Radniki Kragujevac in their top-tier women's professional league, the first women's basketball league. The Gilas Pilipinas women's star, who has been a champion throughout her college career, including her 5 years in the UAAP and 1 year in the Taiwanese UAB, is now going pro as she finds a new home in Serbia. Our correspondent Carlo Pamintuan gets into details with the 22-year-old Pinay baller in this edition of Inside the Game.
We welcome to the game the newest member of ZKK Radniki Kragujevac, Jack Daniel Animam. Jack, kamusta ka?
Okay naman ako, Kuya Carlo. Ikaw, kamusta ka?
Ayos lang. Yung stint mo in Serbia, in Women's Professional League in Serbia, can you tell us the backstory of paano siya nagsimula? How was the opportunity brought up to you? And why did you say yes to it?
Actually, alam mo, I mean, yung side na yon, yung EWP yung nag-handa nun. All those things, EWP. Ang ginawa ko lang talaga is really to focus on my improvement, training every day. That's really, yun lang talaga yung ginawa ko for the past 3 months. And then, ito nga last week, si Tita Patty called me and then she said, good news, may team na ako. And then, like, wow. Like, okay. Like, sobrang excited ko, sobrang kilig ko. And then when they told me it's in Serbia, like, Europe, Serbia pa. Like, wow. Just wow.
Jack, when you hear your coach telling you that, you know, your target is the WNBA, how does that inspire you? Kasi, of course, we all know that it's the highest level of women's basketball, and that is your target right now.
My target is going to Serbia, play, go out and show out there in Serbia. That's what I'm really focusing right now. I mean, WNBA is far ahead from me. I'm just really keep working hard, I just really wanted this Serbia to make a statement, not just for myself, but, for the whole Philippines, that Filipina ballers can play at this level too. And I'm just really, really looking forward in playing in Serbia.
Jack, masyado na tayo nag-i-English. Balik natin sa Tagalog, Jack. Jack, siyempre naglaro ka sa Taiwan, no? Tapos nakapaglaro ka rin sa US. Tingin mo gaano kalaking tulong sa'yo in your stint in Serbia that you got to experience kung paano maging, kumbaga, import sa iba-ibang bansa in preparation for playing as a professional sa Serbia naman?
Alam mo yun, siguro one thing is yung pakikisama and then knowing your teammates, yung kung paano mo sila kikilalanin in just short span of time. Alam mo yun, kasi di ba, syempre yung chemistry, kasi yun yung isa sa pinakamahalaga. Especially na import ako coming from a different country. Pagdating ko doon, hindi naman kami agad magiging friends di ba? And, having played in Taiwan and in AEBL, it really helps me a lot. And it prepares me going to Serbia. Not just in the skills, but also kung paano ako mag-a-adjust pagdating ko sa Serbia.
Yung mga teammates mo kasi sa Taiwan, parang ayaw ka ng pangawalan doon sa dulo.
Ay, oh! Grabe, hanggang ngayon, nagme-message silang lahat sa akin, nagpe-FaceTime kami, namimiss na daw nila ako, ganyan. Sobrang, mabay tayo na Pilipino, friendly. Na AEBL, before the championship game, Portia texted me asking if I can do FaceTime because I'll be receiving an award. Sabi ko, anong award? Like, she said the Rising Star Award, and then that Rising Star Award, they only given it to like my age sa mga kaedad ko na someone who really impacted the league itself and the team. I was like, well, super kilig ako na, when she said that. So like, so I guess I really made an impact to the AEBL and to my team. And I'm just so happy and honored for me to receive that. Kasi ang daming players na ka-age ko eh. Ang dami namin doon, but I'm the only one chosen to receive that award. So, the Rising Star Award.
One last question. Syempre, concurrent to your role as the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Women and Basketball Ambassador, alam mo na maraming mga batang Pilipinang basketball player yung humahanga sa'yo, yung mga nakatutok talaga sa lahat ng ginagawa mo because they find inspiration, they find, the doors that you open, they'd hope to follow someday. Gusto nilang sundan yung yapak mo. Gaano kalaking, naman sa'yo yun, inspiration din sa'yo, knowing that a lot of younger basketball players will be looking to what you accomplish as their peg kasi ikaw talaga yung gusto nilang sundan as you are playing overseas, you are representing the Philippines. How does that power you as you now go to Serbia?
Alam mo, going to Serbia, knowing that there's so many young girls out there who's looking up to me, alam mo, it really just makes me like more, like to show more na, alam mo yun, to really do my best in every possible way to show na kahit saan ka man galing, kahit anumang hadlang meron, but kung gusto mo talaga and masaya ka habang ginagawa mo yun, sobrang laking bagay nun sa akin. And I just want them to, na no matter whether you're poor or rich, ano mo yun, mahirap, mayaman, pagdating sa sports, walang ganon. We're all equal. Alam mo yun, it's a matter of who really wanted it more. Kung sino yung mas gusto. Like, I'm just so happy and I'm just so overwhelming right now and I'm just so proud na, itong journey ko na to, hindi lang tungkol sa akin. Kasi hindi ko rin naman to mararating kung hindi dahil sa mga taong sumuporta sa akin at nakasuporta at sumusuporta sa akin. With the help of the EWP family, Coach Dante, to my SM family, Sir Hans, Sir Herson, to my NU family, and to my Gilas family, they're really the ones na really push me to my limit. And I know with them behind me, I can do a lot of more great things.
We're so excited for you and we're hopeful that you'll have, a great stint in Serbia at dumami yung TikTok followers mo sa Serbia naman.
Pasasayawin ko yung Serbia!
That was Gilas Filipinas women's star Jack Animam with our correspondent Carlo Pamintuan on Inside the Game as she makes a journey to Radniki Krajujevac. That's right, I hope I said that right. When we return, we'll check in with the wonder boy of Philippine motorsports, Mckinley Kyle Paz, as he shares his experience in making history as the first ever Pinoy racer at the 2021 FIM CEV Moto2 European Championship. Stay tuned. You're watching the game. Every aspiring rider on two wheels dreams of one day making it to the MotoGP, the biggest motorcycle racing stage in the world. For 2019 Asia Road Racing Champ Mckinley Kyle Paz, that dream is slowly turning into reality thanks to Yamaha Motor Philippines. Today, the Wonder Boy continues to make history as the first Filipino rider to compete in the FIM CEV Moto2 European Championship, and he shares his experience racing amongst the world's best.
Still encased in his quarantine back in Manila is the Wonder Boy Mckinley Kyle Paz, the Wonder Boy of motorsports in the Philippines with, of course, Yamaha Motor Philippines and the Yamaha Racing Team. Kyle, kamusta ka naman? You just came back from Spain. Kamusta yung experience na yun?
Medyo na-excite lang din po talaga umuwi, pero nag-enjoy po kami ng sobra yung 3 months po namin ng Italy, tapos punta po ng Spain at sa Portugal. Talagang nag-enjoy po kami ni Boss Jordan.
Alam ko hindi pa tapos yung tour, if I'm not mistaken, may isa pang race yata na pwedeng salihan mo. But how have you done so far? Ano yung position mo and how did you perform overall?
Medyo maganda naman po yung naipakita ko na napasok naman po ako ng top 10. Race 1, nakakuha po ako ng 7th place. And then, sumunod po ulit na karera sa Aragon. Nakatapos po ako ulit ng 10th place. Then, ito po yung bago po kami umuwi. Nakakuha po ako ng 13th place.
Hindi ka ba na-nervyos? Kasi unang salang mo sa Europe eh.
Sobrang nervous ko po nung una. Pero kinokontrol ko din po yung sarili ko na maging relax lang. Kasi pag sobrang ninenervous ako, kung ano nangyayari, parang na-aksidente, ganun.
And what do you think you can bring home to the Philippines, to the Philippine racing scene na ngayon na-experience mo na yun?
Sobrang saya ko po kasi ginawa pong posible ng Yamaha na makasali po ako dito. Kasi dati, dream ko lang na, pinapanood ko lang po yung category niya, pinapanood ko lang. Pero ngayon, kasali na po ako doon. At hindi din po ako nalalayo sa labanan, hindi po ako nalalayo. Nakakapasok po ako ng top. Kaya pinag-iigitan ko po lalo para, yun po, yung sa mga taong sumusunod din sa akin dito sa Pilipinas, mas matawa po sila. Kasi nung 2019 po, nabigyan ko na po ang Pilipinas ng yung overall champion po namin sa ARRC, sa Asia Road Racing Championship. At ako pa lang po ang nakakagawa sa tagal po ng may sumasali doon na Pilipino.
So we know that this is the start of yung dream mo. Obviously, this is siguro a stepping stone into hopefully something greater. Pero Kyle, what is your dream? Ano yung gusto mo talaga?
Siguro naman na lahat ng rider, dream yun. Yun yung mapunta po kami sa MotoGP. Yung pinakamataas po na karera sa buong mundo. Pinakamalupit na karera po sa buong mundo yun. Doon po kasali si Valentino Rossi, mga iba pa po rider na kilalang-kilala sa buong mundo.
And syempre, sa palagay mo, your own personal opinion, how far are you from reaching that level?
Para sa akin po, di na po sobrang layo sa kinakarerahan ko po ngayon. Kasi kumbaga po, road to MotoGP po talaga yung kinakarerahan. Kumbaga, yun po talaga yung tulay para makatawid po ng MotoGP.
Kyle, the future is bright for you. I'm sure you have a great team behind you with Yamaha at your back, and I'm sure that we're going to hear so much more from you very, very soon. A message to all of the racing enthusiasts in the Philippines and for everyone discovering kung sino si Wonderboy Kyle Paz for the very first time.
Ang message ko para sa mga lahat ng kumakarera sa atin dito sa Pilipinas is pagpatuloy nyo lang, talagang practice lang ang kailangan at kailangan kondisyon ng katawan, yun ang lagi isipin at kada karera kailangan maging focus at di humble, yun ang pinakamahalaga. Yun lang. At maraming salamat po sa mga Filipino fans na sumusuporta sa akin palagi sa lahat po ng karera. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. God bless.
And let's shift now from the racing track to the MMA cage for one of the biggest one championship events of the year. Sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon sa kasaysayan ng One Championship, ang pinakamagagaling na female martial artist maghaharap-harap. Magkakasukatan ng lakas at galing ni Song Jingnan at Michelle Nicolini sa main event. Ibabandera naman ni Denise Zamboanga ang tatag ng Pinay sa Octagon laban kay So Hee Ham sa first all-women event sa mundo ng martial arts, One Empower. Live ngayong September, Friday, 7:30 p.m. sa One Sports. And that's it for us. Thank you for joining us. My name is Diego Dario.
Catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. I'm Paulo De Rosario. This has been The Game. Have a great weekend.